my lovely angels, this is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi! As promised, today I have perfumes for you. Middle Eastern perfumes as zodiac signs for you. Quite a few of y'all had recommended this topic for me to speak upon, and I was so intrigued that I got on it like that, and I was like, I have to make this like right now. I've always been very intrigued by zodiac signs and their traits, not much about astrology or how my day is going to pan out. I don't believe in that, but I definitely see like traits of certain signs. They're very similar, and it's just undeniable. Like, I'm a Cancerian. Cancerians are known to be like crybabies. We are sensitive. We're not crybabies. But like there are certain traits, right? Like you associate those traits with that specific zodiac sign. Which is why this topic is like very intriguing for me, because I wanted to see what perfumes I can assign to each zodiac sign. Now, many people might take offense with like perfumes I assign to each zodiac sign. I've only assigned perfumes I like. None of the zodiac signs have any perfumes that I do not like. So what exactly is a zodiac sign? It is basically the position of the sun when you were born. So you have your time of birth and your birth date, of course, and that places the sun in a specific planet or a heavenly body and that kind of like makes up for your zodiac sign. Now you have your sun sign, you have your moon sign, you have your rising sign. I'm not going to get into this complicated issue, because although I know about the big three, which is like your sun, moon and rising, I'm just going to be associating perfumes with your sun sign. So your zodiac signs are based on three things. Okay, the first one being the planet or a celestial body, like Mars, Venus, Earth, not Earth actually, you're on Earth, so everything else except for Earth. But a celestial body will also include sun and moon, which is also counted as a celestial body. The second is your triplicities, which is your element. So you have your earth, fire, air and water. And the last factor is your quadruplicities, which is your modality of being cardinal, fixed or mutable, which is something I'll explain right now. Cardinal signs are the ones that occur in the beginning of the season. So every zodiac sign, let's say for example, a water sign is 3, right? So you have your Cancer, your Scorpio and your Pisces. Each will be divided into one of the modalities. So the cardinals are the ones that occur at the beginning of the season. The fixed are the ones that occur in the middle of the season. And the mutable are the ones which occur at the end of the season. If you do not understand any of these things, guys, please Google it, because if I start explaining everything, it's going to get very deep and very confusing. Now, all these factors together create your personality. So let me just dive into the 12 zodiac signs. This is going to be a part 1 and part 2 for sure, because I will not be able to allocate and explain each zodiac sign and then associate perfumes with them. By the way, I'm going to give 3 perfumes to each zodiac sign. So let's start with the zodiac sign Aries. This is the first zodiac sign associated with number 1, which is why they always want to be number 1. So everybody born between March 21st and April 19th are falling into Aries. Their ruling planet is Mars, like the god Mars, the Roman god of war. The element is fire and the modality is cardinal. Now I've taken these few traits from the internet and from what I know, okay? So please do not take this negatively. These are just very, skimming through the surface kind of qualities, Each and every person has a lot of things that are deeper, and each person is different because like you're born at different time and everything. It's quite complicated, guys. So it's not like a hard and fast rule that if you're an Aries, you'll be exactly like this, right? Now, Aries are supposed to be bold and highly ambitious and will step out of their comfort zones to achieve their goals. They're brave and fearless, which makes them very impulsive and unpredictable. They are honest, they're filterless, and they have no fear, and they're very transparent. They are extremely loyal despite having this very flamboyant nature. They're excellent planners and they love being the boss. They're highly social and they love being in groups and gatherings. The unpopular opinion about them. Now these are the things which are not really true about people, because I know a lot of Aries, and I'm going to say an unpopular opinion, and they're called unpopular opinion because of a reason. So the unpopular opinion for an Aries is that they love to pick fights. Let me give you some famous Aries. Lady Gaga, Robert Downey Jr., Elton John, Emma Watson, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion. Come on, guys. These are all like boss babes and boss men, you know. They all have very, very strong, bold personalities, and we love them for that. And the perfumes I decided to associate with the Aries are actually funny that all three perfumes I've associated with Aries are all Latafas. The first one is Nebras because it is bold, it's caramel, and it has this slightly aromatic quality, which is like, I don't care, I have that herbal quality and I am living for it. That's what makes this perfume so bold, so appreciated, because it is very, very unique. It's very bold, it's brave, because the mixture is not very, not a conformist kind of mixture. Next I chose was Emir, because Emir again is like a super bold fragrance. This is definitely not for the weak-hearted. It is a citrus perfume with a twist. So it's spicy, herbal. At the same time, it's super, super citrus. Citrus to an extent that you are like, bomb, you know. But it's gorgeous. Plus the bottle, come on. Aries to the core. And the last one I chose was Musamam White Intense, which is a little bit similar. It's like a cross between the two, you know, because it does have like a slight gourmand quality, but then it has this beautiful coconut spiciness, earthiness, and all that combined. Like, it's like, look at me, you know. It's almost like picking a fight with you to like them, like they're obnoxious, and this is an obnoxiously beautiful fragrance. Plus the packaging and everything, come on, you know, looks very, very Aries to me. If you're an Aries, let me know what perfumes you associate yourself with. Next we have Taurus. Taurians are people born between April 20th and May 20th. Their ruling planet is Venus, as in the goddess of beauty and love. Element is earth, and their modality is fixed, so they're stubborn, you know. Taurus are defined as kind and down-to-earth people. They're strong and reliable and are always offering a helping hand. They're very professional at work and usually succeed at everything they do. Once they set their mind to something, they'll make sure that they get through with it and they get things done. Taurians are a group of people that are very, very protective towards their loved ones, and they'll do anything to protect their loved ones. They also go above and beyond to make the people they love comfortable and feel loved. Taurians love indulging in luxurious things, whether it is for themselves or it is for their loved ones. Think like expensive fine dining, spa days, buying luxurious expensive items. That's all Taurians for you. The unpopular opinion about Taurians are that they love to eat, sleep, and that they're too stubborn. The famous Taurians are Adele, George Clooney, Megan Fox, Henry Cavill, Gigi Hadid, Audrey Hepburn, and Cher. So what were the perfumes I decided for Taurians? Okay, let's start with Date Night. This is like the most expensive smelling perfume. Literally feels like when you wear this, you feel like you're walking out of a Dior showroom, you know. You smell refined, expensive. It smells very play-dohy, floral, but then it is like, oh my gosh, like expensive. Like, you want to smell like pricey? Wear this perfume. The second perfume I chose for them was Masa by Latafa, because this again is like a mango fragrance. It's refined. It's like a mixture of so many different notes, but all combined into this woody, spicy Middle Eastern mango. And I feel this was very like Taurian to me, because again it smells like luxurious. And the last one I chose for them was again by Khadlaj. This was Creation de Rêve. This is a incensey, earthy fragrance, which is unisex, but it exudes confidence, and it's a little stubborn. Like, you feel slightly intimidated when you smell this perfume. So that's again Taurians. Like, Taurians, if you don't know them personally, initially they come off as very, very intimidating. So Taurian. Now let's jump on to a fun zodiac sign. Fun for some, not so fun for other people. This is Gemini. They are people who are born between May 21st and June 20th. Their ruling planet is Mercury, and this literally defines their personality. They are very mercurial. Their element is air, and the modality is mutable. Geminis are defined as one of the most intelligent and the smartest of zodiac signs. They are very intelligent and witty. This is how I feel. Like if you want, if you come across a Gemini, they're always very snappy and witty with you. Like they know just the thing to say as answers. They're generally like quite funny and sociable. They're very funny and witty. They are adaptable and love making new acquaintances or visiting new places. They are the ones who like to not get bored, I feel. They get bored very easily. They can multitask like a pro. It is almost as if there are two minds at work. So if you know, Geminis are always like the twins, you know, so they say that they have two personalities. There's like really like nasty things being said about Geminis, but like I feel they're literally two people living in their head and, you know, they're working double time. They get bored easily and need to keep themselves busy with new hobbies, talents, and making new friends. Unpopular opinion is that they are two-faced and manipulative. Famous Geminis are Marilyn Monroe, Prince, Naomi Campbell, Chris Evans, Tom Holland, Kanye West, and Helena Bonham Carter. Now, the perfumes I chose for them first was Rum's Gold. Rum's Gold is a fun perfume. This was supposed to be a dupe for Alexandria by Xerjoff, Alexandria 2 by Xerjoff. Oh my god, this perfume is so yummy. Oh my gosh, I need to keep this in the front because it is cold, it is fun, it's like very approachable. You know, it's like if you want a fun perfume for yourself, but doesn't smell juvenile, doesn't smell irritating, doesn't smell, you know, it's borderline annoying, but it's not. Just like a Gemini. The next perfume I chose for, it's funny that I've chosen very fruity fragrances for them. The next I've chosen is Khadlaj Shiaka Gold. This is one of my favorite fruity fragrances along with Rum's Gold. While Rum's Gold is cold, this one is more bold. This is like a bold fruity fragrance which is like, yes, I'm fruity, but I'm not juvenile. I have some sort of sophistication because this opens very like a fresh pear, but then it has zestiness, it has peach, it has like mellow side as well. So this one is like fruits of two different kinds and they like merge like so well with each other. This has like become one of my favorite fruity fragrances, by the way, of late. And for the summer, I think it's gorgeous. Plus the bottle, it's like fun loving, looks very like clubbing, right? Like normally you see these fit outs and everything with this spiky, like imagine them wearing like belts and accessories and shoes with like studs like that. And the last perfume I chose for them was Latafa's Teriak, because I would say this is like their loving side, which like people don't really see, but this is like a little bit more gourmand, but at the same time it does smell like fun. It is different. Think of like Labelle with like some Middle Eastern notes. Gorgeous fragrance. So Teriak was another one I chose for them. I know it's a strange mix of perfumes, but Geminis are strange that way. Next we have Cancer. That's me. By the way, I'm a double Cancer. So my rising and my sun is Cancer, but my moon sign is Aquarius. Cancers are individuals born between 21st of June to 22nd of July. The ruling planet is Moon because we don't have a planet and our mood literally changes like the waning and waxing moon. Our element is water and our modality is cardinal. Cancers are highly sensitive and intuitive beings. They can catch your bullshit. They can catch your bull within seconds. They have a calm demeanor but will go from 0 to 100 if provoked. It's so true. Like, oh my gosh. Like people always tell me that what the heck happens to you? Like, you know, like sometimes I'm like so calm, but then like it's very rare. By the way, it's not like, it's not on a daily basis where the 0 to 100 is like unbelievable. And then from 100 to 0 is also super quick. They are most loyal zodiac sign and have and are very protective of their pack. That's true. Like I have a small circle and I'm very protective of them. They're highly imaginative and I have a weird sense of humor. I think you guys can vouch for that, right? They're home lovers and the mother of all zodiac signs. It's so true. They love to take care of you. That's very much a Cancer. But trust me, like people think the Cancerians are like the most gullible people and everything. It's not true. They are like, they know everything. So basically a Cancerian will take a lot of nonsense, but they know like the person is bullshitting, but they'll take it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. It's some weird thing about us. It's like, but like if something goes wrong where they feel attacked or if their family or their friend is being attacked, then they switch into a psycho. Unpopular opinion is that they're very oversensitive, moody, and are crybabies. We are moody and we are oversensitive, by the way. But crybabies, I don't think so. Famous Cancerians are Princess Diana, Selena Gomez, Lana Del Rey, Margot Robbie, Post Malone, Elon Musk, I don't know why I put him there, and Sofia Vergara. So you kind of see, like, every time mentioning these celebrities, you can kind of like relate to everything like about them. And the perfumes I chose for Cancerians are, first was Eclair, because Eclair is like the one of the most gourmand fragrances I've smelled. This is a very homey, very comfort, very hugsy kind of fragrance. It's very like reminiscent of a Cancer. This is how Cancerians will make you feel, like, come, give me a hug, And when you hug them, you'll feel good, This is like probably the most gourmand fragrance I've come across. It's like milk, caramel, praline, vanilla, all cramped up together, sugar. Next I chose was Casablanca, of course. This is like, when I sprayed this perfume, I was like, you know what, this is me in a bottle, like me as a perfume in a bottle. Again, very homely, apple pie, caramel, but it has this zingy little spiciness about it, very much like an apple pie. And then it settles down to a very comforting scent again. So all these perfumes, like the two perfumes I chose were like very comforting fragrance, but the last one I chose was Amirat Al Ehsas by Ardal Safran. This is a dupe for Crystal Noir, and this is our psychotic side. Like, do not mess. This is when Cancerians become like cold, and some people do think that they're cold-hearted, or they come across as somebody who's very, very cold-hearted. That's this. This is your coconut ginger, weird, beautiful scent, okay? But it's at the same time, it's like fun-loving. It is very clubby again, like very seductive as well. Let's jump on to the next fun sign, which is Leo. Leo is between July 23rd and August 22nd. The ruling planet is the sun. Everything revolves around them. Element is fire and the modality is fixed. So they are stubborn again. Leo defined. Leos like being the focal point of attention, of which they will outperform any other sign. They like it to an extent that they will do everything in their power to be noticed, They are loyal to the core and are very generous towards their loved ones. They possess the strongest skills in communication and are usually excelling at work due to their strong personalities and determination. They're probably the most confident of all zodiac signs and take pride in their appearance. They are open-minded and are very entertaining in social scenarios, which is true. I have like a lot of Leo friends. I've had many fallouts with Leo friends as well, But I know one thing for sure, that they're quite generous and they're very, very protective of you as well. They're very loyal. Unpopular opinion is that they are vain, egoistic, and dramatic. Famous Leos, listen to this. Madonna, like typical example of a Leo. Jason Momoa, Jennifer Lawrence, Dua Lipa, Mick Jagger, Whitney Houston, Daniel Radcliffe. And the perfumes I chose for them were... I had to like think very hard, because I was kind of like between, these perfumes were like battling for the position for a Leo or a Sagittarius. But the first one I chose was Shagaf Oud Elixir. This is your Shagaf Oud, your rose oud scent, but this is so much more vanillic, so much sweeter, very bold, very much like a Leo personality. Like, look at me, sorry, it's a little crusty because I can't help it. Like, I love wearing lotions and everything. And every time I catch a bottle that's like this, reflective, it'll definitely leave my fingerprints everywhere, You can like scan the bottles and then unlock my phone, everything with the fingerprint. Stunning fragrance, very, very Leo to me. This next perfume is brand new, but immediately was like Leo, screaming Leo. This is Seher Latafa. Even the dragon with the dragon, oh my gosh, I was like, my goodness, this is so Leo. This is a slightly animalic vanilla. Again, with a hint of spices. Very, very heavy, very strong, very bold. Like, if you don't want to get noticed, don't wear that perfume. If you want to get noticed, wear that perfume, because the moment you spray any of these perfumes, this is like calling for attention, and this is exactly how a Leo is. And the third one I chose was Jazab Gold. Now, this is again by Ardal Safran, and the reason why I chose this was, this is their fun-loving nature, their loyalty and everything. It's sweet, provocative, very, very, again, inviting. You meet a Leo, you want to be friends with them. You know, their confidence, their everything. So I thought Jazab Gold was one of those fragrances that when I thought of like which, you know, it was kind of like I was thinking this should go to Libra, but then I was like, no, this is like a bold perfume, yeah? Despite of it being sweet and everything, nah, calling for attention. This is Leo for sure. The next one is Virgo. These are individuals between August 23rd and September 22nd. Their ruling planet is Mercury, again, shared with, who was Mercury? Gemini was Mercury as well. Sometimes planets share, sometimes zodiac signs share planets. I think Scorpio also shares something with somebody. I'll let you guys know. The element is Earth and the modality is mutable. Virgos define. By the way, the people I know the least are Virgos. I don't think I have a Virgo in my life. I've met like one or two Virgos in my life, and I wasn't very close to them because they have like a wall, you know, and I don't know, it's like I can't penetrate through it, you know. But I don't know many Virgos, so that's a different story that I just don't know them. But Virgos are defined as, so when I'm telling you about Virgos, this is like my least known zodiac sign. Virgos are the most logical, practical, and systematic of all zodiac signs. They are shy and introverted and keep a small circle of friends. They thrive on education, information, and even gossip to get their minds going. They are tediously detail-oriented and hardworking without being boastful. So they silently do get everything done. They get things done. You want something done, take it to a Virgo. Virgos do not wear their emotions on their sleeves, but are one of the most selfless and loyal friends. So I feel how they are defining Virgos are that they do everything very quietly, but they're very, very efficient. Yeah. And I would assume because a few people I've met, they're very impatient. Like they do not like things not done certain ways and everything. But that's again a stigma also assigned towards them. Let's see what the unpopular opinion is. Unpopular opinion is that they're judgmental, hypercritical, and neurotic. Neurotic, I wouldn't say neurotic, but yeah, they are a little bit like do things as I say. The moment I think of a Virgo, I think of Monica from Friends. I think that's so Virgo, you know. Famous Virgos are Beyonce, Michael Jackson, Zendaya, Keanu Reeves, Blake Lively, Idris Elba, Salma Hayek, and Cameron Diaz. And the perfumes I assigned to them. This was my least confident batch, okay, because I was like, okay, this is what I think about Virgos. But the first one I thought was Evoke, Silva by Ajmal, because this is again not, it's a beautiful fragrance, very confident, very uncomplicated. This is a dupe for Poison Girl by Dior. It's very, very uncomplicated. But at the same time, I feel this is the loving, nice side of Virgo that not many people notice because of their critical nature. But I don't know, this one just came to mind. This again, I was thinking of assigning it to Libra, but I was like, no, Virgo should get this. The next one is Mohra. It's a very complicated fragrance. There's so many things happening in this, but it all comes together and works. And I think that's very much like the personality of Virgos. They will do stuff to perfection, although you might think like it's super complicated and everything. They'll get things done. And this perfume is like super complicated, but just works in ways that you can't imagine. Very, very stunning fragrance, by the way. In case you've not tried it, get it. And the last one I chose for them was Havas. Till recently, I did not like this perfume very much, but the more I'm using it, especially after the maceration, I think this has become a stunning perfume. This again is very uncomplicated, but gets the things done. Like you'll smell good. You'll smell just perfect, just enough for everything. It's not calling for attention. It's not overly sweet or overly fruity or overly anything. It's just like the right balance of everything. That's why I chose this for a Virgo.